Good evening everybody and welcome to another Beer Reviews. Today we're going to stay firmly with feet on terra firma in good old Blighty. We're going to go just down the road to Ilkley Brewery, and this is Mary Jane even, one of their pale ales. If you've heard anything about Ilkley, you'll know that in the short time they've been around since 2009, they've really made a big splash in the water. In particular, their beer, the Mayan, which is kind of a stout with chili in, is making headway, it's making waves. Loads of people are talking about it. There was a little brewers convention recently where they did the taste test of it and people were raving about it. Apart from that, Mary Jane's an award-winning beer, I do believe, as are several of their other beers. Lotus IPA is another one that's really doing well. So this is their pale ale, Mary Jane. It says in the back here that 99% Marisota, 1% Crystal in terms of the malt bill. So very simple malt bill, a little bit of body there coming from Crystal. Cascade and Amarillo hops from the US, so it's going to have some citrusy flavours, I would assume. Cascade and Amarillo are just classic American hops. Amarillo is so popular at the moment that they run out of the last season's harvest, I do believe. And water from the Yorkshire Dales, the best county in England. So without further ado, let's crack this fella on open and see what we get. Using the rubbish bottle opener today, so we might not get there. Oh, no. There we go, got it eventually. And that is a lesson on how not to open a bottle of beer. Because we're in Yorkshire, black sheep glass as well. And talk about effervescence, look at that fizzing away. And it's magnificently nice, golden, kind of a slightly, it's kind of twinging on amber, but just above amber in the golden range, really. Fantastic clear. It's so much clarity in that. It's like holding a magnifying glass in front of your eyes, and massive amounts of carbonation going on inside the glass. Hi, I can see you through the glass. And a nice, just about 1 finger head that's sticking around for the ride now, I think. Nice and fluffy, kind of white cloudy head as well. Right, so let's get a nose and give it a try of aromas. Oh yeah, there's citrus in absolute abundance in this. It smells kind of sweet and I'd say quite grapefruity. There's a little not sour note, but kind of the acidic grapefruit tones going across the top of it. I like to think there's a little bit of spice going on the back of it as well. Because it's just a little something just coming in from the side. Almost kind of smells more like a traditional English hop variety of beer in it, but obviously there isn't, so there's a bit of spice coming through the side of it. And there's a nice level of sweetness too, that you can just about get from the Marisota malts. Just kind of comes through and kind of tempers the whole beer, really. So all in all, I think it smells quite like an English pale ale, despite the use of American hops. The spice in this just gives it a little bit of a twingy character that brings it on home, even though this is using American hops quite clearly. So without further ado, let's get in there and give it a try. Cheers! Oh yeah. The Marisota gives it this fantastic, nice kind of chunky and sweet flavour. The chewy malt flavour of a really good English beer that uses English malt. So that's kind of a biscuit flavour running all the way through it, and layers of caramel, and then a really pleasant, very small amount of bitterness, but it's still there, and it's extremely pleasant. It's tempered very well by the malt. I didn't mention it actually, this is 3.5%. So this is perfectly in the range for a beer that you could have several of, or sessionable, dare I say the word, beer. Like I said, wonderful malt body, really nice and sweet. It kind of has a bit of flavours of honey coming through with it as well, because of that nice sweet tinge. And there's a very pleasant and subdued hot bitterness, and then you get the little bit of spice just rolls along. Really gentle, spicy flavours that kind of warm those kind of biscuit and honey flavours, warms them up towards the end, and then you breathe out the aromas of citrus coming through it, and it kind of layers on top of all of that, and kind of ends off the feeling and the flavour through the mouth. I mean, this is a sort of beer that I could sit and drink the entire evening away on. It's so nice and light. By the way, the mouthfeel is, although having said it's nice and light, there is a nice, pleasant mouthfeel. It definitely feels, it's kind of a shallow and a medium body, but there's definitely a little bit of something there, and the carbonation is really, really nice. It's not too aggressive. It's nice and smooth across the tongue. So yeah, as I was saying, I could sit and drink several of these all night. Because it's so pleasant, and it endears itself because nothing is out of place in it. Everything seems to blend together so well, from a nice sweet yet subtle, well, not particularly subtle, nice malt flavours and the kind of honey flavours coming through with it, and then this nice spiciness, and then this citrus waft towards the end. It all blends together so well, and it smells wonderful. It looks absolutely wonderful in the glass. And it's still maintaining a little bit of head. I didn't give it too vigorous a pour, but still maintains a bit of a head, and in Yorkshire that's important. Right, so I'm going to give this a really solid 9 out of 10. It is a fantastic example of a pale ale in an English style, I would say. There's definitely a little bit more spice character to it. There's a little bit more malt body to it as well, compared to, say, an American pale ale, which would be very heavily hopped and would be predominantly citrus flavours. This one's far more balanced, and I would say quite easy to drink because of that. And that's one of the best things about British beer, even though I don't do a huge amount of reviews for them, because they tend not to be, well, he says, they tend not to be blockbuster beers, because they don't, not all of them wow you and blow away your palate. But what can sometimes come through as the mastery of English beers is the drinkability of them, and it's fantastic. So without further ado, if you like, give us a comment, like, favourite, subscribe or anything, and I shall speak to you again on the next beer review. Cheers.